Hey, Dog Nation, I'm live right here on the field or near the field here at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I got one question for you. How about them Dogs, reigning national champions, right now on this field? Everybody's still here. Everybody having a good time. Come here, sir. Please don't curse.
I'm not.
Tell me what a national championship means to you.
Everything, but talk to this man right
Everything.
Tell me about it. Don't curse.
No, there will be zero cursing. We got the monkey off our back. It's time to do it. We're going to win 5 in a row.
Hey, listen.
These two guys right here.
Hey.
There's no bigger Dogs fans than these two right
We
here.
got folks all over the place. Everybody having a good time. We're going to celebrate. We're going to take your comments. We have been dreaming of doing this show for such a long time around here. National champions. It goes down. Keely Ringo, pick 6 to walk this thing off and get the win. Want to hear from you all night long from the folks in the stands here. These people ain't going home.
Dogs over everybody.
These people are going all over Indianapolis here tonight. What's up, Dog Nation? We got the "Let's Go Brandon" chant up there. I'm gonna pretend that's for me. Hey, come here for a second. Come here, ladies. Come here. Hey, what does a national championship?
How about them damn dogs?
Now, what does a national championship mean to you? Please don't curse.
Everything.
How about you? Come here. What is it? First of all, tell us your name.
Oh, Taylor.
Where are you from, Taylor?
I'm from St. Pete, Florida.
All right, please don't curse. What does a national championship mean to you?
I'm gonna have to go with everything, like she said.
Hey, ladies, have a good time tonight, all right? Congratulations. Hey, Dog fans all over the place, we're having a good time. We'll take your comments on Facebook and YouTube and everything else. Also, on the show tonight, take a look at this. We're going to debut a brand new logo on the show there as well. For a limited time only, DogNation.com is going to become Dog National Champions. Take a look at this on your screen. There you go, sir. Come here for a second. Tell me about this national championship. How long have you been waiting for one of these?
I was a student from 1980 to 83. It's been a long time.
So you saw the first time around with the championship, you saw the great Cotton Bowl win, and you were a student there, and now you're back here now. How does it feel to come full circle?
This is unbelievable, indescribable, and I'm going to cherish it the rest of my life.
Well, listen, I hope you have a great time tonight. Celebrate, have your friends and family close, enjoy it all.
See this?
There you go. That's the 2022 confetti right there. Congratulations.
Go Dogs.
Kids, come in here for a second if you don't mind. We're live on video, first of all. Tell us what it feels like to be here tonight. How lucky you feel to be here and get this championship.
It's amazing. It's really cool.
A lot of folks weighing in. Well, listen, y'all have a great time. Thanks so much for coming by here. We still got folks all in the stadium. Remember, by this time, normally, the stadium should really be kind of cleared out and empty, but we got Georgia fans everywhere. I don't think these folks are going home anytime soon. So we're going to be, that's right, nobody's going home. So we're going to stay live with you on video there as well. We'll talk to people in the stadium. We'll try to catch up with Jeff Sintel. We're going to talk to you live on those comment sections there as well. We're going to show off our brand new Dog National Champions logo that we're going to pop out here for a limited time here because UGA is on top of the college football world. We've said it for a long time, Dogs on top, but it's never been more true than it is right now. Georgia fans all over Lucas Oil Stadium having a great time. So let's also pull up some of your comments there as well. Let me also remind you that we're brought to you tonight by the UGA Bookstore. If you go to UGABookstore.com, they've got the same hats and t-shirts that the team was wearing on the field. They've got those at UGABookstore.com. And by the way, at the store, when it opens up tomorrow on a limited basis now, they also have some of that national championship gear for you to buy right now at the UGA Bookstore. So go over and see them, Tate Student Center. And by the way, something tells me we're all going to be in Athens in a couple of days doing a parade, doing it big all over campus. Imagine how many people. So many times we've wanted to talk about this, and it's almost like you're afraid to because you don't want to do it before it happens. Well, guess what? It has happened now. Georgia's the national champion. We're all going to Athens this week. We're going to have a parade. I have a sneaking suspicion I know when it's going to be. I'll let Georgia tell you themselves, though. We're going to be there. We're going to watch this Georgia Bulldogs team go up and down those streets of Athens, finish this thing off at Sanford Stadium, and celebrate the way they deserve. You heard from a guy a moment ago in school back in 1980 and now getting a chance to celebrate with this right now. By the way, I'm sweating so bad. It's 100 degrees in the stadium. It's like 9 degrees outside the stadium. It's like 100 in here right now. All right, we've taken so many of your comments over the years on this show. Certainly seems fitting to be able to do that right now after a national championship. We'll also say hello to some more folks who are here with us here right now. Georgia Bulldogs have won the national championship. So much fun. Hayes Calloway checking in. Tom Gross checking in. Congratulations to all of you. Wayne Muhammad checking in to say Stetson Bennett for Heisman. How about the big throws that he makes tonight late in this game? Hey, congratulations, guys. Come on over here for a second. Yeah, come on over here. Let's say hello to a few more Georgia fans here live and in person, too, as well, when we can. First of all, hey, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you so
much. So good to see you. First of all, how good is the old school? You talk about taking it back to the old school days.
My grandfather's jacket, be very proud.
Listen, my grandfather was so close with me when it comes to Georgia football, my dad there as well. How much does this mean to you tonight to remember family and celebrate with family, but also get a chance to be here in person when Georgia wins the national championship?
It is truly an unbelievable feeling. Kirby said it best. Indianapolis is going to have some property destroyed tonight. How fun was that? This is something we will all remember for the rest of our lives.
No doubt. Well, listen, you go enjoy. Have a great time. Thanks for stopping by and see us. It's good to see you again. Ladies, you want to come over a second? Yeah, come here. Hey, congratulations. How did it feel to be here tonight and get this national championship win for the Georgia Bulldogs?
It felt good to be here. Yeah, go Dogs!
There you go. Hey, young fans having a good time. Everybody having a good time. We'll keep taking your comments. We'll keep celebrating that. What was your favorite moment of the night tonight?
Lewis Seen, getting them tackles. That's my boy right there.
Lewis Seen, player of the game on the defensive side of the ball for the Georgia Bulldogs tonight. Such a great thing to be able to see. We'll keep taking your comments both on video and live and in person. It's our Dog Nation post-game show presented by the UGA bookstore. We are here in, I might as well say Sanford Stadium. We got all these Georgia fans here right now celebrating the national championship. For a while there, what's it Larry Munson would have said in the past? I gave up, you did too. For a while there, it didn't seem like it was maybe heading this way tonight. Obviously, there was some struggles there in the first half, some challenges, but Georgia comes back and so many big plays. The Keely Ringo pick six, the A.D. Mitchell touchdown catch. How about the play by A.D. Mitchell, young freshman who's earned a spot in this rotation, getting a chance to come out there and do that tonight, getting that touchdown. How about the run by James Cook that sets up the first score by Zamir White? We can go on and on about those plays all night long, and so many Georgia fans obviously reminiscing about that already here right now. We had a great scene earlier before all of this went down. I got totally bombarded. I was giving out we have the celebratory field editions, Georgia ranked #1. We had those on display. I got totally just manhandled. I was giving out a lot of those to a lot of these Georgia fans. So we'll keep this conversation going. Momentum says finally, finally, finally. And there's no word that says it better than that. There are a lot of Georgia fans who've been waiting a long time. And even young Georgia fans feel like they've been waiting a while too because they felt the heartbreak against Alabama. They have memories of the last few years. Well, guess what? All of those memories right now are just part of the story. Part of the story for what happened tonight, overcoming it all, overcoming adversity throughout the season, during this game, and getting a chance to win that national championship here tonight. That's right. You cannot say it enough. Here in our Dog Nation postgame show presented by the UGA bookstore, the Georgia Bulldogs are the national champions, dog national champions. You see that logo on our screen. That's our way of celebrating this one here tonight and having a great time doing that. Tennille Calvino says make sure y'all hydrate tonight. For a lot of folks, they're going to have to make sure they do that. Make sure you pace yourself because whether you're all around the state of Georgia, whether you're here in the city of Indianapolis, Georgia fans going crazy, Georgia fans having themselves a good time. Guy just walked by, biggest smile on his face in the world. Everybody's having a good time. How about them dogs, guys? That's exactly right. Hey, come here for a second. Yeah, come over here too. We'll say hello to a few more Georgia fans here. Hey, first of all, congratulations. How much fun was it to be in the building for this tonight?
It was fantastic.
What does it mean to you?
Lifetime dream, you know. It was everything I could have hoped for.
What sticks out to you about the game more than anything else?
I think the fact that it was a dogfight. You know, we stuck to it and we got it done.
Well, listen, have a good time out there tonight. Congratulations. We're celebrating a national championship here live in the stadium. Georgia fans are not going anywhere. I'm telling you right now, they have taken this place over. Even though the game was over a long time ago, the trophy has long since been passed out, but Georgia fans still here, still having a good time, and everybody's having fun. Hey, by the way, Stephen Venanzi, by the way, one of our great commenters. You see him in the comment section a lot. He's also got the official playoff jersey on. Don't think I don't notice that with the cool-looking Nike swoosh there. What does it mean to you, Stephen? I know how much you love the Georgia Bulldogs. See your comments all the time. How did it feel to be able to get this one here tonight?
BA, as a former player myself, we didn't win one with Towson. We were close. We lost to North Dakota State, but to win this one, it means the world. everyone out there in Dog Nation sees it and comments every day. I know it means the world to y'all as well. Thank you so much.
Stephen, enjoy yourself tonight. Have a great time. Glad you got a chance to be here for that. And for those of you who are with us on video right now, glad to have you there for that as well. We'll try to catch up with Jeff Sintel here in a little bit, and we're just going to have a good time. We're just going to take it wherever it goes on a night like this, where you just got Georgia fans just kind of wandering around and just taking it all in, celebrating. It's nearly 1 a.m., but we ain't going anywhere anytime soon. The Georgia Bulldogs are the national champion. DMart42 says, build the Stetson statue. That sounds about right to me right now after he goes out and does what he does tonight with some huge throws. And I love what he said on the podium. I mean, obviously, Stetson was involved in that one play where, in the second half here, where it seemed like it was going to be disastrous for Georgia. He's ruled as a fumble, and that gets picked up and recovered by Alabama. And obviously, hearts fall down in such a big way when that happens. And yet, comes back and makes the touchdown throw to A.D. Mitchell, makes the touchdown throw to Brock Bowers on third down. A very gutsy play call by Todd Monken to even allow that to happen. And on the podium at the end of the game, when he's being honored for the second consecutive game as the most outstanding offensive player of the game, he says, I was not going to be the reason why Georgia lost this game tonight. And frankly, I love the fact that Stetson kind of owns that, owning the fact that, hey, maybe in the early going of this game, he had himself a couple of moments that he would have liked to have had back. But in the late stage of this game, he goes out there and gets himself a couple of moments that will live in Georgia football history forever. Stetson Bennett is the quarterback that brings a national championship back to the Georgia Bulldogs. It is really that kind of night. B.A.'s Cardigan on YouTube says that Stetson Bennett proved his mettle tonight. That boy can play. Yeah, never let it be questioned. Never let it be doubted that Stetson Bennett came up for Georgia big when he needed to, came up for Georgia when it mattered. He literally goes down in the history books, and the legend of Stetson Bennett will grow. How about this from Coin Rookie on YouTube about what this does for UGA recruiting now? Because y'all know, let's face it, we all know this. Those of us that follow this stuff closely, those of us that kind of live and die with these recruiting decisions, we know the one card that Alabama's play. Like Dallas Turner tonight. I think Dallas Turner is a very good player at Alabama. He told Jeff Sintel in no uncertain terms that he essentially chose Alabama to go to school because Nick Saban said, come here and you'll win a national championship. You really can't be sure you'll do that going somewhere else, obviously Georgia being another school. A guy like Dallas Turner went to Alabama because of that national championship pedigree. That's the thing that's been negatively recruited against Georgia now for a while. No. Can't do that anymore. There is no negative recruiting. Oh, you can't go to Georgia because that's a place you can't win a national championship. This is the kind of thing this unlocks for Georgia. Great future success. Yeah, show this off. Yeah. Can you turn around and show the other side too? So these are our Dog Nation Atlanta Journal-Constitution field editions. The folks in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution doing such a great job with that. How good does this look there to see? Number one. Where are you guys coming in from?
I'm coming in from Jacksonville.
All right, nice. Yeah, so you're down there. You know how to hate the Gators down there, right?
Yeah, dude, we hate them real good. We can't stand
That's exactly right.
We can't stand them.
Well, listen, how did it feel to be here in person to see this go down? How did that feel?
I
can't explain it. We both went to Georgia. We grew up Dogs fans.
I was there in 2018 during the letdown, and then to see this in full circle, there's such a special moment.
Well, listen, congratulations. Y'all have a great time tonight. Hey, Kirby told y'all better party. Y'all better celebrate this one up. I know you're going to. There you go. I like to see it.
We're tearing Indy up tonight.
There you go. Hey,
I'm from Dallas, Texas. What do you mean?
Dallas, Texas here in Indianapolis, flying in to see this?
I had to see it in person.
How long you been waiting to see Georgia win one of these national championships?
My God, I'm 25 years.
Been waiting his entire life to be able to do it. When you think back on this game, what's the one memory that's going to stand out to you more than anything else?
Keely Ringo, pick 6 to the house. Let's go. Hey,
man, have a good time. Coming in from Dallas, Texas, having a good time. Everybody celebrating, everybody having fun. Y'all, there is no better place to be than right here on video with all of you in this stadium with all these folks as we celebrate the national championship. I'm not even really sure what we're even saying at this point. We're just kind of soaking it all in, taking it all in. And by the way, speaking of soaking, I am dripping with sweat. I've got like 100 layers on because it's 9 degrees outside. But when you run around like this on the inside, it's not quite the same thing. So we are just doing it up in a big way. Hey, congratulations, guys. Have fun. Enjoy it tonight. Enjoy it. Georgia fans continuing to stream by here and having a good time. I have not been on Facebook yet, so let me do that. But let me also remind you, it's our Dog Nation postgame show. We're presented by the UGA bookstore. Don't forget to go to UGAbookstore.com. The same hats and the T-shirts that you saw the team wearing down in the field as they were being showered with confetti and going up to get that trophy as the national champions. You can pick up that same gear online at UGAbookstore.com. You can also go Dogs. Hey, come here, sir. If you don't mind, we're live on video, first of all. How about this? National champions, Georgia Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. That's what it says, baby. It finally happened. Go Dogs!
Hey, have a great time tonight, my friend. Enjoy it. It finally happened. Go Dogs. Very fitting of Indianapolis to have the Victory Lane thing right there. Y'all, Georgia fans are happy, and they are having themselves some fun here tonight. We'll also check in here on Facebook. Yeah, come on. Hey, come on by.
Interview me.
Please tell us what it means to you to see Georgia win a national championship.
Well, I literally have no words, and I am a literal huge talker. So to have no words, there's nothing like it.
You got the Kirby button on from back when he was a player. Did you see him celebrating down there on the field? Obviously, you can tell how much this means to him and how much fun all that is.
We're going to be part of the tearing up Indianapolis.
Hey, y'all have fun, all right? Have a good time. By the way, that guy's got popcorn for weeks right there.
Here we go.
We won. It's over. It's done.
Georgia fans having themselves a good time. Get out there and enjoy it, my friend. Have a great time.
I want you to know this one more time. 40 years, baby.
It's over.
42? 42 now? I think it is. Here we go. We're done. It's over. I'm doxxed.
So Georgia fans obviously having a good time, and folks coming by. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
I know how much this means to you, and how much fun was it to be around all these Georgia fans celebrating that team out there tonight?
It was so much fun. I knew we could pull it off. Number 36, Latavius Bruni. He's been rocking out all season, so.
Well, I know as you must feel the love that so many Georgia fans have had for Latavius and the time that he spent here at Georgia coming in as a part of the class of 2017, being around this program, working, growing, getting better, being a big part of what's going on here. Right here. How does it feel when you guys made the decision to come to the University of Georgia? We're here with the family of Latavius Bruni. How does it feel to now be standing here knowing when that career comes to an end, he walks out of here as a national champion, something that Georgia fans have been waiting 40 years to be a part of? Latavius Bruni is a part of that team that brings that back. How does that feel for you?
All love, and it was great. It was great, awesome. Love Georgia, always a dog. Go Dogs.
Well, I can tell you on behalf of Dog Nation, we got a lot of love for y'all there as well. Thank you so much for being great ambassadors for UGA. Latavius, the stuff that he's done to represent UGA, we're proud of him. We're proud of all those guys tonight, and for all of you to get a chance to enjoy that. Y'all have a big-time celebration, all right?
Thank you. Go Dogs.
Congratulations there as the family of Latavius Bruni stops by to say hello.
Let's go Dogs. Let's go Dogs. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
How does it feel to be able to celebrate a national championship?
Listen, it is priceless. We just won the national championship in 2022, and I'm just happy as can be. It's amazing.
And as you said, not only win the national championship, but also beat Alabama there as well, because we said this. This is both long-term history and short-term history. It's the long-term history of 40-plus years. It's the short-term history of trying to get over that hump against Alabama, and they all come to a head here tonight. It just doesn't get any better than that.
We rolled the tide. Sorry, Satan, but we just beat you.
Go. Congratulations, guys. We'll take some more of your comments here on Facebook. I'm going to try to get these pulled up here on Facebook. I told you before, check out UGAbookstore.com. You can pick up the same gear. You saw the guy, he came walking by. He was wearing the national championship T-shirt. UGAbookstore.com's got that stuff for you, so you can pick that up there. We'll get back to your comments here on YouTube there as well. But on Facebook here for a moment, we've had a lot of Facebook comment sections over the years, a lot of conversations. A lot of this has been dreaming about winning the national championship. And you know what all those folks that say, a lot of those trolls that tune into our show always make fun of Georgia fans because it's always wait till next year. It's always, hey, boy, next year Georgia's going to be good. Hey, y'all may have gotten this this year, but you've heard all that said before. There is no more waiting till next year. It's this year. It's this year right now. National champions.
We are the champions, baby! Woo!
Silver Dogs in representation. We love our Silver Dog friends from Sanford Stadium.
Hey, how about them dogs? Woo!
How much fun have y'all had tonight, ladies?
Oh, God. So much fun.
Hey, listen, go out and enjoy it. Have a great party. Thank you so much. And
was there in 1980.
so come on, tell us about this. So you were there for the win against Notre Dame in 1980, and now back here for this tonight. How would you compare the two experiences?
Well, I like this one a lot better. Well, I like them both, but I just love every bit of it.
Well, I'm so happy for you guys. Have a good time tonight. Great celebration, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon. So the Silver Dogs, you see those out?
This guy's watched the last 10 years of your podcast.
Come on in here, my friend. Hey, how does it feel to win a national championship?
Hey, in my short 23 years, it couldn't mean more.
That's right.
Mean more.
I love the idea. Hey, short 23 years. Some of us, I've got 40 plus years that I've been waiting on this thing, but no matter how long you've been waiting, it certainly feels sweet tonight, right?
Hey, just like you said, gotta get the playmakers the ball.
That's right, and that's
Hey,
what
that's what
happened tonight. And A.D. Mitchell turned out to be a playmaker.
Brock Bowers, Kendrick.
Big run by James Cook, big catch by George Pickens. Brock gets a touchdown. It's a lot of fun to be able to see, right? Hey, y'all have a great time. That's right, y'all have a great time. So Georgia fans are literally in a confrontation. No, I mean
Go dogs!
Yeah. So I'm gonna get in trouble with the if I don't let these fans leave. So I'm gonna keep security on my side by not putting in more fans on the air because they're trying to run them out of the stadium. Sorry, guys. Hey, thank y'all for being here. Congratulations. Have a great time. Thank you so much. We'll get back to your comments. Hey, thank you so much. I'm just trying not to get arrested right now. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. Hey, good job, guys. Enjoy yourself tonight. Congratulations. I'm still trying to get these Facebook comments going. Here they come. All right, let's get some Facebook comments over here. Greg Chotter says, Disney dogs, baby champs. Listen, we're having a great time and having a lot of fun. That is not mine, but thank you very much. At least I don't think it is. Have a great. Oh, it looks pretty good. So a lot of folks checking in here. Jason Skaggs having a good time over here. Blair Davis says, it's our time, baby. Yeah, listen, it is that kind of time, that kind of fun all the way around. How good does it get to be celebrating a national championship right now with the Georgia Bulldogs here? Marcus Chafin, yeah, so like the security, I'm telling you right now, like normally after a game, the stadium is basically clear within 5-10 minutes after the thing's all said and done. But tonight you had Georgia fans gathered all around here, and I think I was starting to take the blame from why they weren't leaving. So I got to try to stay on the good side of security so I can get the show finished here. London Perry says, I got the shirt. I told you. Listen, London, you've been all over it. You're on top of that. Now everybody around Dog Nation on top as the Georgia Bulldogs win the national championships. I'm looking at the screen here. How good does that logo look? Dog National Champions. This is such a great thing to be able to see. Jabari Brown, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. Ilya Ursal, yes, BA, yes, we did do it. And we get a chance to watch it all unfold on that field tonight. We've been shouting out a lot of names. We'll keep doing it. Y'all keep reminding me of some of those guys. They got to get that credit for what they go out and do tonight. We've heard Lewis Seen's name on defense. Obviously, some stuff that Quay Walker did. One of the things we said over and over again was the need for that pass rush tonight. Well, guess what? They brought it. We'll never know why the game plan was so deficient when it comes to the first time around. We'll never know why that was, but we'll never have to worry about it ever again. Because tonight, everything that Georgia should have done to Alabama, they came out here, they did it, they got the win. The Georgia Bulldogs, the national champions, we're live here at Lucas Oil Stadium as we talk all about that. Dog national champions. Jennifer Stevens-Fleming says she got the shirt and hat ordered. I'm guessing you're going to see a lot of national championship gear on a lot of fans for a long time to come. I'm guessing you're going to get an awful lot of that. Cody Taylor says that Kirby Smart's live on SportsCenter right now. Listen, I hope he's on there. I hope he takes credit for all this. I hope that he smiles. Obviously, we know Kirby's a tough dude. He's wound tightly, and it's that edge and that intensity that makes him what he is. Tonight's his night to enjoy. There's no 24-hour rule because there ain't no game next week. This is the last one. So you get a chance to sort of sit back and enjoy it and soak it all in, and we're glad to be able to do all that with you here right now there as well. Gary and Christian Gulisano says we need a new countdown now for the number of days that Georgia's been national champions. That's right. They are reigning on top of the world. Todd Hall says, how about a chortle? There have been all kinds of chortles going on here tonight. It has been so much fun to be able to see and so much fun to be able to be a part of. Alan Kelly's right. Jordan Davis did set the tone tonight on that very first series. He came in there and got a sack. Let's face it, Jordan knows that he took a little bit of criticism for the way that he played the first time around against Alabama, and he owned that. When he spoke to reporters this week, he owned up to that he didn't play his best game, didn't have his best moments there in that game, and clearly he was motivated to do more than that tonight, and as our commenter said from the very beginning of the game, that is exactly what he did, and it was part of what leads Georgia to a national championship here tonight. Darius Brown said Jordan Davis didn't look tired at all tonight. No, he didn't. had a chance to see Jordan up close and personal in some of the pregame warm-ups, and I took some video of him. I put it on Twitter. You know, so focused, so locked in, so intense from the very beginning, from the very word go, and you know, just his leadership, setting the tone for all of this all season long. You know, that's what he did. You know, you don't get to this national championship if guys like that, he and Devontae Wyatt, don't make the decision to come back to Georgia. But not just making that decision to come back and really establish a tone that would be a part of the team all year long. It was just that kind of thing. Michael Carvell, if you can hear me, if you want to tell Jeff Sintel that we're over here at Section 135, we're going to be here for a few more minutes. If you want to let Jeff know that if he wants to come over and see us coming up from the work area, that he can come over and do that. We'll see him over here near Section 135 is where I am. Stadium's for the most part being cleared out now, but I'd still love to hear from Jeff Sintel before it's all said and done on our show tonight. So if you want to communicate with Jeff where we are, if he can't get over here, that's fine. But if he wants to come over here and be a part of that and give his thoughts on what goes down here, we'll give him a chance to do that tonight there as well. Tennille Calvino says, Dog Nation is elite for sure. Never let it be doubted ever again, Tennille. You're right about that. Jeff Boyle says, I'm in heaven. And, Jeff, I'm right there with you. You know, I have to admit that, you know, obviously there were moments late in this game where it started looking pretty good for Georgia. And it's just one of those things where, obviously knowing the history, knowing everything that's happened here, knowing even the weirdness of some of tonight's game, that you couldn't let yourself truly appreciate it until that clock got down to zeros, until it really, truly clicked down to nothing. You couldn't truly feel great about all of that. But Georgia went out and just made the plays it had to make, really dominating this game in the final 15 minutes, really establishing everything that it needed to do, both on offense and defense. And don't you know that so many of us that have family members who've loved UGA, don't you know they're looking down and smiling after all of this? And don't you know that the great, you know, figures of the program in the past, whether it be Larry Munson and so many others, you just know that I believe up there in heaven there are a lot of folks dressed in red and black right now who have been also waiting a long time for this. And you better believe, I know they are happy for all of us to be able to get a chance to experience this right now and in person. It's almost overwhelming to really consider. Let me also remind you again, it's our Dog Nation postgame show presented by the UGA Bookstore, UGAbookstore.com. National championship gear, hats, T-shirts, the same stuff that just a couple of moments ago you saw this team wearing down there on that field over here to my left. You can buy that yourself right now at the UGA Bookstore. So good stuff. On YouTube, by the way, there's still cheers going on over here. Who is this walking by right now? I can't quite tell. That appears to be one of the Georgia players walking back by. I can't quite tell who this is that's just coming by here with reporters near him. So one of the Georgia players, he's totally flanked by cameras and media. Can't quite tell who that is right now. Actually, yeah, that's Stetson Bennett right here on this field to my left. Let me see if I can do this. This almost never works. Let me see if I can pan this camera over here down to the left. Let's see if we can get Stetson walking off the field here. This probably will not. No, he's gone now. Sorry about that, y'all. So that didn't quite work. I tried to see if I could pan over and get him, but that didn't quite work. Let me see if I can get myself positioned back in here again. So tried to show you Stetson Bennett. He just walked by right over here just a moment ago, flanked by reporters, having a great time. Obviously, everybody celebrating. The field totally filled up with confetti. Everybody having fun over there. Jermaine King, yeah, that is Stetson Bennett. I guess this must have been on live TV. For a moment, he was totally surrounded by cameras. You really couldn't see who it was, but it was Stetson. And I wish I could have gotten a better angle of that for y'all on camera, but he just walked by here just a moment ago. Jazz Jackson says, look at the sugar falling from the sky. Yeah, so I was sitting way up top here at the press box. It's one of those things where it's almost like I was getting stressed out because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do here. You know, did I have time to run down and be kind of where I am now with all these Georgia fans and a lot of these stadiums, like the elevators and things like that, they just kind of operate slow. So I was a little concerned I wouldn't be able to make it down there in time. And they were, you know, COVID restrictions still kind of keeping you off the field there at the end, at least, you know, there's some restrictions on that. It was going to keep me off the field. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to go down to the field. And so I just decided to just kind of stay there in the press box. And it's a very high press box here. And that's one of those moments you'll never forget because the pyro that was going off in the stadium was actually just, I guess your own joke here, but it was essentially at eye level where we were sitting. That's how high the press box is. So the pyro's going off, you see the confetti going everywhere, the team's running around, and the big video boards. I mean, it's still showing national champions. I mean, you can see it right there in the screen behind you, right there. That video board still displaying national champions for the Georgia Bulldogs. It is just an unbelievable thing. In fact, that's one of those things that you got to get a little bit of a snap of that. I mean, that is just an unbelievable thing right there to think that the Georgia Bulldogs are truly the national champions. Yeah, that's one for the memory books right there. So speaking of your own memories, UGA Bookstore, UGAbookstore.com. You can pick up your gear there. I'm going to take some more of your comments, and you tell me, what have we not talked about? What have we not said? All of this just kind of overwhelms you at a certain point in time. Who needs a shout-out here? Who played well? Nolan Smith. You got to mention that name. I mean, really, the Georgia defense, which has been the best defense in the country all year long, and the best defense, I mean, in recent college football history, and they certainly validated all that praise with the way they go out and perform tonight, the things they do. They absolutely validate that in such a big way with the way they go out and do this here tonight. And I just don't think you can say enough about them. I mean, this was their night. Guys like Nolan, guys like Trayvon, they obviously heard the criticism after the Alabama game. They wanted to show they were better than that, and they did. They showed it forever and ever and ever. And so they need a lot of credit. UGA fan on YouTube says, vanquish the Demons, national champions, great game. It was indeed a great game. Dapper Dan, it's great to see Dapper Dan, one of our longtime commenters. I mean, a lot of these folks like Dapper Dan and others, when we first started on video, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just kind of getting going on that kind of thing. And, we didn't even really know if we tuned in to the show like this, who was going to be watching, who was going to be out there. And Dapper Dan, among the folks who were kind of with us for the first time, many years ago, and he says he's just so damn proud and so happy. Lance Freeman says so many first rounders on this team. Yeah, indeed, and that's what goes back to the offseason. How much? I mean, some of y'all got aggravated with me back during the offseason. Spring and summer, when I kept hammering at home that you want to win that national championship, you got to have, like what we say, half dozen first rounders. 10 guys drafting the first 3 rounds. Georgia's going to come pretty close to matching some of those numbers. They may not quite get 6 first rounders, but they're going to have a good number of guys on the front end of this draft, and certainly close to a dozen or so in that first 3 rounds. And that front end NFL talent, I mean, that's how you get it done. That's what it's all about. And that's when you go back and look, okay, so how did the recipe for putting a championship together, how did it really occur? And we're going to have plenty of time to talk about that. When you go back and look at that, guys that had talent, raw talent, 5-star like guys. What happens to all these 5 stars once they get to Georgia? You've heard that said before. Hey, Georgia gets all these 5 stars. What does it do with them? Let me tell you what Georgia does with them. It wins national championships with them, because that is what Georgia did tonight. So, I think about the fact that a lot of the stuff around our show, I'm talking about Dog Nation Daily, that's the show that I do each and every day. A lot of that stuff over the years, has unfortunately kind of centered around on, hey, Georgia came close to winning the national championship this year. What's the 1 or 2 things needs to change to be in that position, for next year? As I was kind of touching on a moment ago, this offseason, and weirdly the offseason kind of starts now. This offseason is all about, hey, let's go back and look at how Georgia put itself in a position to win this national championship, to be there, to get a chance to be on that stage, but they're kind of still taken down. There's literally confetti everywhere. I heard from one of our good friends, Mark LeBlanc, who worked with us and was on the field with me back when Georgia won that Rose Bowl. He says, hey, BA, make sure you get some of that confetti. Well, listen, I got some of that confetti right here. Let me see if I can pull it out. Some of the confetti from on the field. Let me see if I can pull this out. I got it somewhere. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this confetti that was down there on that field a little earlier. Well, I can't find it now, but I do have some somewhere. That's what a lot of folks do. They gather that stuff up. We did this last week after the Orange Bowl, scooped it all up, took it home. I've still got confetti from the Rose Bowl. I got confetti from the Orange Bowl, and now I've got the confetti that fell down when Georgia won the national championship. I'll tell you this too. One of the things that kind of always sticks in my mind when you play Alabama, and pre-COVID, when I'd be down on the field when one of these games would come to an end, couldn't stand to listen to those Alabama fans do that rammer jammer cheer. Cannot stand that. So sick of that. Heard that too many times over the years. And so I'd always find myself, leaving and going off the field, inside the tunnel, underneath the stadium, so I didn't have to hear, them do that rammer jammer thing. And, that's just so annoying. And tonight, didn't have to worry about that. Alabama fans, by the time this clock hit zeros, they were nowhere to be found. They know that Kirby Smart, in short order, just 6 short years as a head coach, still a very young man in his 40s, Kirby Smart has built himself a national championship at Georgia. He left Alabama to make Georgia a program like Alabama. He set his sights on doing that. Came close in year 2. A lot of folks wondered how long it'd take him to get back. Well, here we are back in 2022, and this time the job was done. And listen, I want to give some credit here for a moment, not just to Kirby Smart for what he did here. This is obviously his national championship, and he should get statues and roads named after him and whatever else he wants for bringing us back to Georgia. But let's also give some credit and some love to some of the guys that laid the foundation for all of this. Mark Richt made Georgia a very good program for 15 years. And yes, obviously we would love to have celebrated one of these moments for Coach Richt when he was UGA coach and didn't quite get there. But, Kirby Smart will be the first to tell you that he didn't inherit a mess. He didn't inherit a program that was a barren cupboard. There was a lot going on at Georgia when Kirby Smart gets that job because of the success that Richt had enjoyed. And yes, there were some things that needed to be better, some improvements that needed to take place, but Kirby Smart inherited that from what Mark Richt established. Also, previous coaches before that, Jim Donnan recruits players that go on to have a big role in a program like this. Our buddy John Stinchcomb, who recruited to Georgia by Jim Donnan, on the athletic board now, a big supporter of UGA. And go back to Ray Goff, who recruited Kirby Smart and Will Muschamp, and these guys who are now a part of this national championship. Obviously, Kirby is the head coach. They are at Georgia because of Ray Goff. It actually totally recast the Goff era as head coach, does it not? That you look back on Ray Goff and you say he was a great player, but what kind of coach was he? Well, he was the kind of coach that brought a guy to Georgia that would eventually lead Georgia to a national championship. Ray Goff is now part of that story. Jim Donnan is now part of that story. Mark Richt is part of that story. Coach Richt, of course, being here tonight to take in these festivities. This Georgia history that predated Kirby Smart was a part of what happens to allow all this to take place. Let's get some more comments. Frank Patterson says, Rick brought in Todd Gurley and Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. And, those are all, running backs that this current crop of running backs wanted to emulate. Do you get a James Cook, who had such a big run tonight? Do you get a James Cook if you hadn't had that success with those other backs? Obviously, Zamir White, who finds the end zone. Maybe his story is very much the same way, that Georgia, even without a national championship, has been an attractive program. It's been the kind of program that players have wanted to play in. Now it's going to be the envy of the entire college football world. But the guys that predated Kirby, they do get some of that credit. They do get some of that success. It's our Dog Nation postgame show. We are presented by the UGA Bookstore. UGAbookstore.com. You can get yourself some of that great-looking national championship apparel. Or if you want to stop by and see them tomorrow, my guess is it's going to go fast, so get there early. You want to buy some in person there at the UGA Bookstore right next to the Tate Student Center, right across from Sanford Stadium. You can pick some of that up there today. Crow King 123 says Zeus and Cook got theirs, went out champs for Sony and Chubb. Yeah, don't you know those former Georgia players, a lot of which were here tonight. Saw Richard LeCount a little earlier, I believe. Saw DeAndre Swift maybe. Saw, a nice collection of former UGA greats. And don't you know they are so thrilled for their former teammates, in some cases guys that follow behind them at UGA, to be the team that brought home a national championship. It was really actually cool to see both before the game, during the game, how much a lot of these former Georgia players were rooting for this version of Georgia football. It's a brotherhood, it's a camaraderie, and that can be seemingly overstated or something, but it really is true. It's really the kind of thing that these folks all take very, very seriously. The players who are part of this. More comments. Rolling in here, Austin Allen on Stetson Bennett dropping some dimes here late. Yeah, he shook off a couple of moments he would like to have had back, and he put himself in the Georgia history book forever. They'll write books about him. They'll tell stories about him. They may even make a movie about him one day. That's the kind of career he put a cap on here, or at least a season, I should say, that he put a cap on here for Georgia here tonight. Diego Zarilla liking the fact those Tide tears are pouring down. Alexander Ratliff says, when am I going to get some sleep? Listen, Alexander, there's a chance I may not sleep. I don't know, 2 days, 3 days. I told you we're going to be going to Athens at some point in time in the very near future and going to be having ourselves a big old parade over there. So you know there's going to be sleep around that. Not going to be any sleep in Indianapolis tonight. We are just going to be having a good time, and I hope you are all doing that. It's the same thing. Foster Moss, who's been a great commenter, says, I told you turnovers would be a key, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. We'll get some more comments over here on Facebook there as well. Let's see what folks are kind of weighing in and saying over here. Appreciate folks giving some great comments and some good stuff all the way around. Kyle Cummings says, no more 1980. Yeah, Kyle, that's not going to be a thing anytime soon. Travis Hall, you better believe we're going to be having a good time with all that. You better believe with all that. William Gleaton says, seeing that clock tick down to 0-0 felt very good. Yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that had to see that. Whether it's the boogeyman, the bogeyman, whatever else, there was a part of me that wanted to see those clock tick down completely to 0 so you could really relish what this was, which was a national championship there for UGA. We have not been to dognation.com, I don't believe. So let me see if I can kind of pull that up and get some comments over there on our Dog Nation postgame show presented by the UGA bookstore, where the Georgia Bulldogs are the national champions in college football. So much fun to be a part of. So much. We had a great chance to talk to some folks in person here a moment ago. It was great to be able to be with them and see the folks having a good time, and then they all kind of get run out of the stadium. There's no telling what they're doing in downtown Indianapolis right now, for sure. Imran Ali, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly, maybe Imran. I apologize if I mispronounced, but checking in from the UK today. So Dog Nation going worldwide here as Georgia fans celebrate. So thanks for tuning in from over there across the Atlantic, and glad to have you as part of our show, and glad to be celebrating with you here today. Rob, on the subject of Keely Ringo. Yeah, I mean, obviously Ringo's been in the spotlight a little bit. Anytime a cornerback's going to be when you're facing a team like Alabama, and, they're going to attack you with the passing game. And obviously Ringo had a lot of attention on him, and yet he's going to have attention on his name now forever, because when it really mattered, when you needed the moment more so than anything else, how about Keely Ringo coming up and getting that? And as a coach, you know how much Kirby Smart loves defensive back play, and how much he appreciates all that. Don't you know he was so happy to be, to see one of his guys, one of his defensive backs come up and make a big play like that as the Dogs win that national championship. Emmanuel Trice checking in from Sydney, Australia. Emmanuel, thank you so much for being here. I'm not even sure what day it is in Australia right now. Is it Tuesday in Australia? No, I guess Wednesday maybe. Is it Wednesday in Australia? I'm not always the sharpest tool in the shed. But either way, down there in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia, thanks so much for checking in. And for Georgia fans who, can't be either in Indianapolis or in your home state of Georgia, wherever you might be, the fact that we provide a little bit of a connection for you to other Georgia fans is certainly something we're very proud of, and we take that very seriously, and we're just really happy to be able to do that. Jimmy Johnson placed a $50 bet back in February and cashed $550 today. And you've heard me say this before. Listen, you got to put your money where your mouth is. If you feel like you know what the outcome's going to be, go make yourself some money on. Well, this is a Georgia fan right there that just did that. It's like, I like this team. I think they're going to win it. Boom. There's my big bet at the beginning of the calendar year, and all of a sudden you're cashing out in a big way here tonight. And for all those Georgia fans who are cashing tickets on a national championship, for a lot of folks, they take that one trip to Vegas every year and they buy that ticket for UGA to win that national championship, and oftentimes it ends up just kind of being a souvenir of the trip more so than anything else, because before tonight we've been waiting an awful long time for this to happen. But now a lot of folks will be mailing those into Nevada or hitting up BetUS or wherever you've got your action down and saying, hey, give me what's mine. Give me that cash coming back to me for this big win. So for those of you holding a ticket on Georgia to win the national championship, congratulations to all of you for that. Hugh Nash says, we finally did it, BA. Put together a complete game. Go Dogs. Our dads are dancing in heaven. And Hugh, I truly believe that. And, I had a moment to, check in with my family right when this game ended. I stepped away and called them and talked to my son and my wife and my daughter. Who knows what she was doing? She's running around, celebrating in her own way. But you just can't help but think about the ways in which that I dreamed about this when I was a kid. We talked to some young kids a little earlier, and they're like, "I've been waiting 9 years for this." It's like let's been waiting an awful longer than that to be able to get this done. 20-something years, whatever else. But I think about my dad a lot. I think about Hugh, your dad, and for so many of us, this is what we do around here. We talk about football, but it ends up being a conversation about life as well. And when you think about Georgia football, you think about those that you've loved Georgia football with over the years. And I was, overcome with emotion there briefly, just thinking about all that, the generations of fandom that I've been lucky enough to be a part of, and now get a chance to share with my own family there as well. And I had my wife and kids for the Orange Bowl. They weren't able to come this time around, but I had them there for that in Miami. And I love what I do for work, I really do. But it does take me away from being at home. And when I do get a chance to have them here with me, it's the best of both worlds. I get to travel and do the work that I enjoy. But I also get to, when the game is over, go over and say hello to my wife and children and get that special moment with them. So hopefully wherever you're watching the game tonight, you were with some family, some friends, some loved ones, and you hugged them close when the game was over with. And for those of you like Hugh and me who are thinking about our dads and what they'd be thinking about this, I hope that you're just filled with fond memories on that too. This is part of this story. It really is. And when I get kind of overcome with that emotion, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Manuel says it's Tuesday evening at 5:27 p.m. in Australia. So there you go. That's just pretty fascinating in its own right. I feel like we've all learned something. That's good stuff. Jamie checking in on Justin Schaefer. Jeff had a great story on Justin Knight. Honestly compels me to admit, he got pretty aggressive there at the end of the game. And so definitely kind of holding your breath a little bit on that. But Justin's given Georgia a lot on that offensive line here this year. USMC dog fan said, "I need a beer." Oh, trust me, there will be one coming. If there's anywhere open, Indianapolis may close the windows here in a moment, go home. But if there's one open somewhere, if there's one to be had somewhere in a few minutes' time, we are definitely going to be getting that as the confetti. Oh, okay, so this is a good thing. So y'all remember leaf blower disaster at the Tennessee game when we had a little bit of a camera malfunction? It was picking up the natural sound in the stadium, and the leaf blower was just overwhelming the audio. So I was so frustrated that night I almost threw my equipment. Some of y'all that watch every one of these shows, you'll remember that. So mad. And I'm driving home the next day, 3 hours, however long it is, back to Knoxville. And I'm just so mad because the post-game show got ruined. I just take, even though my job is fun, I take it pretty serious. And I get very upset when things don't go well. I'm not always quite as mild-mannered behind the scenes as I appear to be sometimes on camera. The point is, so we talked about how, there's always leaf blowers. Well, right now, and I wish I could turn the camera over here and show it to you. There's a leaf blower on this field right now being used by somebody, and they are blowing off the confetti for Lucas Oil Stadium for whatever event's coming up next year. I believe whatever's coming up next. They're getting this confetti off the field, the confetti that flew down to the ground when Georgia won the national championships. You talk about coming full circle. The frustration of the leaf blowers going back in November, and there was a certain level of frustration among Georgia fans about a lot of things back then, and yet now the leaf blowers have made a return appearance here on the post-game show, and now it's blowing off the confetti. A true mess, gold and white, of the college football playoff colors here as Georgia celebrates a national championship. And by the way, I don't know what those Tech fans think about that. They're colors here being used to celebrate Georgia because gold is also the color of trophies, and Georgia's got itself one as the national champion here right now. Jermaine King is right. There are a couple guys who really nailed this. David Pollack is one. He called this verbatim exactly what would happen. And Lee Corso did as well. And there's a good, and Jermaine's right. The video is actually fairly easy to find. That Corso, and kind of like, it was not like a ESPN segment. It was like almost like a cell phone type thing. I mean, he basically just laid it out exactly how this was going to happen. Georgia getting that win the second time around here against Alabama. Karen checks in to say, my dad will be jumping up and down in heaven for sure. And Karen, I believe that's true. I really do. And I'm happy that you're here with us right now. Max Klotfelter, you be careful out there, Max. I'm glad to have you checking in. Let's see what else is going on. Nobody feeling good about David Pollack. Also saying that gold's the color of Kirby Smart's bank account. Yeah, I don't know what he's about to make, but I'm guessing he's about to have a Brinks truck backed up to his back door here. Take good care of him for sure. Wayne Muhammad gives you Stetson Bennett for Heisman again. I love that. Chuck Johnson gives you the sugar is falling. It sure does feel that way right now for sure. Cody Ledoux checking in. Listen, Cody's a good Bama fan. You know, that's one of the things about our show is that we have some good fans that check in. I know y'all go back and forth with these folks a lot, but listen, a guy like Cody checks in here tonight, and you know, he'd be here if Alabama won, but he also checks in if UGA wins there as well. So, Cody, certainly you guys got a great team over there, and you've cheered for a lot of these championship success, and I will say I'm happy to be able to do the same thing on my side here tonight. So for all of our Bama fans who check in and be a part of the show, thanks for being here. And my guess is this is not the last time that Georgia and Alabama will play in a big football game. I'm guessing that's got some more rounds still to come here on that. Yeah, I mean, Antonio Jones brings this up. I mean, Georgia almost played better tonight against Bryce Young than you would have thought was possible. And yes, I know you get the injury to Jameson Williams, and obviously John Mechie's out. I get that, but this is still a very deep Alabama team all the way around. I mean, this is still a team that certainly from a roster standpoint, it's about more than just a couple of guys. Not downplaying the Jameson injury is obviously a big deal. But Bryce Young is the Heisman Trophy winner, and he was stymied tonight more so than I ever thought would have been possible, for sure. Cody, I appreciate you checking in, my friend. I really do. Thanks so much for being here. Andre LaFlame says that was the best defensive performance I've seen in a long time. Yeah, I mean, among the best defenses ever. And, you know, answering the call at a time like this when, you know, a lot of folks wondered, well, you know, running the football, playing defense, can you really still win a championship that way? And Georgia showed you tonight, yes, you can go out there and you can do just that. Austin Horn says, can't wait to see the reaction video from Keely Ringo's mom. I thought the same thing. Out there somewhere, there's going to be a video of that, and I can't wait to be able to see that. Anson McMahon says, how fitting an end to our season with a defensive touchdown. That's right. That is about as fitting as it gets, this defense coming up with its own score to cap this off. TN3 checks in to say, we love you, BA. Georgia football wouldn't be the same without you. Thank you for everything. That, I tell you what, it means the world to me. Y'all have no idea how much I enjoy my job and what it is that I get a chance to do. I just love it. I just love it. And, you know, sometimes I still love it even when things aren't going great, right? Because, you know, it's still fun to be with Georgia fans. And it's still, you know, fun to be around college football. And, you know, listen, I thought Georgia had accomplished a lot just to get to the point where it is tonight. I hope I never take for granted what I get a chance to come in here and do every day. I just got the best job in the world to be able to stand here and talk to you about Georgia football. And obviously it's never been better than it is right now, to be the national champions. And think about all the fun stuff that we're going to have going on in the days to come as we continue to chat all this up. I just can't wait for it. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm starting to run out of gas a little bit tonight because we went pretty hard there off the top. But it's just an incredible thing. It's just an incredible thing. So more of your comments coming in here. We're going to get ready to wrap this up here in a minute. UGA Bookstore, by the way, UGAbookstore.com. You can see the great apparel that the team was wearing tonight, those championship hats and T-shirts. You can buy some of that online or go by UGA Bookstore in person tomorrow while supplies last and get yourself some. By the way, how much are you loving that Dog National Champions logo right there on the top of the screen there, too? Thomas Bolton says, I got my birthday wish. Best birthday ever. Happy birthday to you for sure, Thomas. Chef Mr. Steely Food says, this has been a long time coming. Feels better than the Super Bowl. I'm right there with you. Johan Koo, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Crystal Brown said, when is the parade in Athens? I guess the rumor is it may be Saturday, but it's going to be in the very near future. I think you got weather concerns and things like that, but I would say stay tuned. If Georgia hasn't already announced it, they should be announcing something very soon, and you better believe the Dog Nation is going to be all over that. And I mean, how many hundreds of thousands of people are going to try to come to Athens? Are they going to have to build a perimeter around the at 316 and 129 and some of those highways to limit who gets in to Athens, Clark County? I mean, how many people are going to be trying to come in for that one there? Aaron Dixon says, we just won the national championship. Boy, it feels great. Feels great. Frank Patterson says, man, what a night. Cracks that last beer. Listen, Frank, I wish I was cracking one with you right now. Jermaine King says, let's keep on partying. We'll stay here for a little bit longer. Y'all may see me just absolutely fall out here in a moment. And there's still a few folks kind of smattering around here on the field there. There's some folks hanging out there. I think I may even see our buddy Connor Riley here over there for a second. I think he's down there on the field right now, getting a chance to enjoy that, getting some confetti. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to do that myself here before it's all said and done. So, in fact, let me see if I can get Connor to come over here for a second. Maybe he wants to come by and talk to us here a little bit tonight. If I can get him there, and maybe he might want to do that. Let's see. I'll call him and see if he wants to come over here and do this. Actually, he'll never get up here. Never mind. There's no steps to come up here. He won't be able to do that. All right, let's get a few more of your comments. We'll get ready to roll out of here on a Dog Nation post-game show. By the way, you just way over here on the other side of the stadium. How about them dogs just came rolling out? So that's awesome. The celebration is not slowing down around here anytime soon. Let me also give you our Marco's Pizza moment of the game, and who better to give it to. You got a few different choices here, but let's make the best moment the last moment. The Keely Ringo interception return for a touchdown. We'll make that the Marco's moment of the game. And don't forget, you can check out Marco's Pizza online, marcos.com, and enjoy yourself some delicious pizza that comes baked perfectly, golden brown with the crust, authentic old world toppings that make it taste so good. Those 3 cheeses blended and melted together on there, all super perfect and super great. And great savings as well. You can get a large one topping right now for just $9.99. So make sure you check that out. That is incredible. All right, a few more Facebook comments. We're getting ready to go. Oh, this is a great question. Steve Rogers asked, do you think Coca-Cola is going to come out with more of those national championship Coke bottles? Boy, I hope so. I do hope so. I hope so for sure. Cody Taylor says, I expect UGA to be in this position every year, maybe winning 5 or 6 more over the course of the next 8 years. Yeah, I mean, now that you've gotten this one, who knows what the future may hold. The sky truly could be the limit. Patricia Yandel says, champagne or beer for all dog fans and alumni? For sure. Jeremy Chapman says, how about the Braves and the Georgia Bulldogs in the same year? There are a lot of folks who are happier than they ever thought they would be able to be. That's funny. Marcus Chafin says, I took a melatonin 30 minutes ago. I don't think it's working. Yeah, there are a lot of folks who have a hard time going to sleep here tonight. Paul Cox will ask a good question about when Georgia's traveling back to the state of Georgia. That's actually a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. But it would be certainly great to see a lot of Georgia fans, greeting them there at the airport in Athens. I'd love to be able to see that. There was kind of a cool collection of folks who met them as they left to come up here. I'd love nothing more than to see them greeting them there at the end. Eric Balink also hoping to see some of those old school Coke bottles coming back. I mean, honestly, I think that'd be and part of me kind of hopes they would design it like the old school design. Part of me hopes they'd do that for sure. Matt Page says, my wife went to Bama. We met at a bar there called the Bear Trap in Tuscaloosa. Let me finish this comment. But there are a lot of fans like that who have that connection to spouse that went to Alabama. There's a lot of that in the SEC, and obviously it's tough to be on the other side of that sometimes. And now you get to be the one on top in that relationship. Well, that's good stuff. Robbie Langford says, my boys and I travel from upstate New York for the game. We listen to you almost every day. You make being a Bulldog fan so much more fun. Let's all enjoy this. Go Dogs, national champions. First of all, thank you for saying that, and I do hope you enjoy every minute of this national championship night and this national championship season. I hope you really do. That's great stuff. Barry Watkins likes that mini helmet. I'm glad to hear you say that. James Marable says the way that Stetson Bennett got off the mat after that fumble and led us to a touchdown was classic. Yeah, I mean, he really put it together. Tough guy, played tough, did some great things for Georgia here tonight. Let's see what else. Marcus Chafin says that Larry Munson's dancing in heaven tonight. I believe that's true. TJ Smith says, I still have a wooden case of the 1980 National Championship all intact, ready for my next one. Well, listen, y'all, I'm so excited, so thrilled about all of this. I'm going to go for now. We're going to be back tomorrow morning from Indianapolis. We'll do this again on Dog Nation Daily. We're going to get some of the sights and sounds of how all of this plays out, what all of this means. Y'all, enjoy the night. I'm selfishly going to sneak over here and try to get some more of this confetti, see if I can go down here and get a picture or two down here on this field myself. So I'm going to sneak over here and try to do that. But I'll see you back here for Dog Nation Daily. If you're in Indianapolis, try to find me. Let's Let's have some fun. Let's celebrate a national championship the way that dog fans have been dreaming about doing for a long time. Thank you for being here for our Dog Nation post-game show. Big thanks to Michael Carvell in our Atlanta studio, staying up late and being a part of all of that. I will see all of you tomorrow for Dog Nation Daily from Indianapolis. One more time, the Dogs are on top, the national champions. Let me show you this before we go. One more time here. This was the field edition right here. What a great way to close it out. Number one right there. Number one, the Georgia Bulldogs, the national champions. I gave out a bunch of these. So, I mean, I just got completely attacked because it's one of those things I came down here. It's like, I gave a few out, and then people just swarmed, and then you're just giving them out. And I said, I had to keep a couple of these to show here on the air. But the Georgia Bulldogs are number one. They are the national champions. Who knows? I still have a couple of these left. So if you see me in Indy, I may give you one of these still. So find me. I'll give you one of these. I gave it on my T-shirts, by the way. And if you got to chase the championship T-shirt, that T-shirt's looking pretty good right now because that championship got chased down, and it got put on that trophy case. It's a good night, y'all. It's a very good night. So enjoy it. Have fun. Number one. Simple as that. Dogs are number one. By the way, big thanks to our friends at Kroger, of course, there for that there as well. Super thrilled to be able to talk to you about all of this. I don't even know what we've said, what is left to say. I'm sure we're just going to be sort of just delirious and in a whole nother world for quite some time. But have fun and enjoy it. We will see you tomorrow morning for Dog Nation Daily. But for tonight, Dogs on top, national champions. 40 years, 1980, it's all over. The only thing that matters now is 2022. 1980 ain't nothing but a number now. The Georgia Bulldogs are the national champions. Hey, have a great time, everybody. We will talk to you again tomorrow morning.